Once again, from high above Daytona International Speedway, we welcome you back to the NASCAR Winston Cup Pepsi 400. Later today at 5:30 Eastern Time, and then tomorrow at 2 o'clock, the second and final rounds of the Senior PGA Kroger Classic from Cincinnati, Ohio. $850,000, one of the largest purses on the tour, with $127,500 going to the winner. Last year's winner was Gibby Gilbert. 5:30 today, second round, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the final round of the Senior PGA Classic.
As our leader, Sterling Marlin, their bestest forward, followed closely by Ricky Rudd, the Tide Chevrolet, and had a little trouble getting by Michael Walker from the Pennzoil Pontiac.
There are the intervals between the first five with 0.22 of a second. 9.3 seconds separate the top five. John, what big story do you have from pit road this time?
Well, I tell you what, our leader is not going to be able to finish this race. Remember I said that they were waiting for the gasoline and they had that second can ready? Well, I thought they got it filled. No, they only got a half a can of gas into that race car. They're figuring out right now how long Sterling can stay out there, but it can't be for much longer. What happened, the overflow, the way they've got it set up to relieve the catch can man of his duties there so he can be around to help with tire placement on the pit stops for faster pit stops, the overflow moves in and out, which opens, if you pull it out, it opens the flow of oxygen through and allows the gas to come in. They forgot to pull it out until very, very late, and instead of sitting here on pit road and waiting for another 12, 14 seconds to fill the car up with gas, Sterling took off. So he will very, very shortly. What they want right now, they desperately need a caution.
That's unbelievable.
Yep. Unfortunate.
That's hard to believe.
Here's another Autolite field summary for you.
And we can see just how strong Sterling Marlin's car is. Ricky Rudd, he was able to get by Michael Walker. Rudd not able to get by. Harry Gantz right behind Rudd. And look at Ricky go to the top of the racetrack. So starting to lose the handle already, looks like.
19 cars are on the lead lap as the 20th place car, Michael Waltrip, as you can see, has just been lapped. And the record is 19 cars on the lead lap in a 400-mile event. Leader Sterling Marlin, his best finish this year and only top 10 finish was at Charlotte, 8th.
Didn't he finish 8th in the Daytona 500?
Tonight, that's all.
I thought he did, but we'll check that out.
Here's the pit stop.
See the gas man back there. They finally figure they can't wait anymore, and down he goes, and away he goes. But they have changed the vent system on these cars, as John Kernan pointed out, that the vent, you've got to pull it out so that it will relieve the air pressure inside the fuel cell, and someone just forgot simply to pull it out. Here's a race for the third spot, fourth spot. Takes over fourth to Morgan Shepherd.
You're right, Sterling Marlin was 9th in the Daytona 500.
Morgan was came out of the pits ahead of this group of Chevrolets, Earnhardt, Irvin and Jarrett, but now they've run him down, and Ted Musgrave right in that groove there as well.
And Kyle Petty back in 33rd position. Jerry, an update.
Well, Kyle Petty actually has pulled the car behind the wall. Kyle is lying on his back behind pit wall here. They have some emergency medical technician attending to him and a doctor here. Kyle has been overcome with carbon monoxide as well as the heat in the car. Remember, we talked about some of the panels being knocked out of the car. The car actually is okay to race. Robin Pemberton and the crew running around trying to find someone to put in the car as one car is slowing in the back straightaway. So Kyle Petty is lying here on the ground, overcome with carbon monoxide, and a tough break for him. Remember, they're fourth in the Winston Cup point standings. They're trying to, but nothing they can do right now. Their driver is just barely awake, but he's getting better moment by moment.
And it's his cousin, right, Richie, that's slow on the backstretch.
Look at that 55 car, Ted Musgrave. He had the same problem as Charlotte, and the yellow flag is out.
It's because of Richie Petty. He has stopped the car, didn't make it all the way around, and so This is going to be a big break for Sterling Marlin. Here comes Earnhardt down to take the caution flag.
Well, it would be a bad break for Ricky Rudd then, because Ricky was in position to go the rest of the race.
Yep.
And now everybody's going to catch up to him.
Ricky Rudd and Ken Schrader could battle it out, and we see Richie Petty's car has stopped on the grass.
Fourth caution of the afternoon. It comes on the 122nd lap. Now we go inside the Citgo Ford and ride around with Morgan Shepherd as he catches up to the pace car.
Now then, how many of the leaders, they can go the rest of the way? Earnhardt, Rudd, Schrader. Are they going to stop Ned?
I think they will.
You think so, huh?
I think they'll come in and put on 4 fresh tires.
Okay, I'm glad I asked you, because that way I don't have to sound so stupid.
Okay.
Denny, what do you think?
I don't have a clue what they're going to do.
I just passed an opinion. We'll see, though.
I think you're right. I think they will stop, because fresh tires right now, we can see it's critical. And that will really give an advantage to Marlin, because if he's the only one that stops, then he would be back about 15th or so.
Yep.
Now, there's 19 cars on the lead lap, so if he were the only one, he would go back to 19th.
Field
We
is
know he's going to stop.
Yeah, right. We guarantee he's going to stop. And I bet you the first thing you do is pull the gas bin out. Don't you guess?
I would think they need to get it. Oh, they won't take quite a full tank from here on.
speed limit on pit road, by the way, is 65 miles an hour. Here comes Marlin and Rudd and the others.
Now, you're right, Ned. The whole crowd is, every one of them's coming down pit road.
Michael Waltrip, Harry Gant, and Jeff Bodine, who's in the Jimmy Hensley car, stay out there. Here's John.
Sterling Marlin pulls in. They will have the catch can, man. He's now playing with that vent on that. He finally gets out. The gas is going in. They will take on only left side. Remember, last pit stop, they took only right side. The gas is flowing in. First can in. Second can. They're waiting as Sterling pits on pit road. Waiting. Brett Bodine is heading down pit road. Other cars. Let's go down to Jerry Punch.
Great pit stop here for the Tide Chevrolet crew as they are changing left side tires. Left side tires for Ricky Rudd cruising is down and away. Good pit stop for Ricky Rudd, the most recent winner in Winston Cup racing.
Dale Jarrett also completes his service, but it was
They had bad pit stop. They had some kind of problem with the right side. They had a long time getting around to the left side, so he lost a lot of positions in that stop.
a 26-second pit stop or so.
So our pole sitter, Ernie Irvin, wins the race off pit road. He was the first car out.
122 laps completed out of 160 in the Pepsi 400. We'll be back in just a moment.
Robin Pemberton just told me that when they knew Kyle was about ready to pass out, they had to bring him in and get him out of the car. He said they had a driver in the garage they went to and said, please come drive the car just for a few laps so we can get Kyle feeling better, get some oxygen in him. And the driver, who's the Ford driver, said, I refuse to drive a Pontiac.
Huh.
Robin said, hey, thanks for being a team player. Mm-hmm. But I guess you can't really blame them at times. But so they're sitting there with the car ready to go and no driver. But Kyle's doing better. I mean, he was nearly out. They had him on the ground. They got oxygen going.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Don't think you wouldn't want to, I'll bet.
I can imagine. Well, that's tough. I mean, that's a tough thing to happen, you know. Pam, is Corky back yet, or is his camera silvered down? Okay, all right. I'm in Ernie Irvin's pit then. Okay.
Okay. Back at Daytona, now the cars that we said stayed out because they were a lap down come in for some routine pit service, including Michael Waltrip in the Pennzoil Pontiac. He moves away. Others that are moving off pit